But again, growing up requires you to put them big drawers on. Now, nobody said they have to be like the frumpy ones. They can be cute, but we have to grow up. Hi, I'm Taylor-Alexis, and this is a safe place to talk dangerously about life lessons in your 30s and all other shenanigans. Now, before we get started on today's topic, which is growing up and why we shouldn't be afraid of it, I just want to say welcome to the newbies and thank you for those that are returning. And if this is your kind of jam, make sure to hit that subscribe button and I'll see you here weekly. So a couple of months ago, I was at a house party and someone had mentioned that they missed college. And I thought that was kind of strange because I was like, wait, what? So I didn't say anything. But then the person said it again and I'm like, why? So I asked them like, why do you miss college? They said they missed having like that close proximity to everyone. And I thought that was interesting, but then I was also kind of like, well, yes, but you know, we're older now. We have money, we have experiences. I feel like it's a little bit more lit over here. I realized what they meant by that, but I think after a while, we have to start embracing adulthood. Better late than never, you know? There's so much talk about being old in your 30s. I know you've heard me say before, being in your 30s is not old. Like, we have so much living to do, but it's a blessing. And I'm gonna keep saying that until you believe it. I think people look at growing up or growing older as like, you know, you're losing your ability to have fun. You're just so serious and you're all about your problems and stuff like that. And I don't think that's true. I think you can grow up and have a nice balance of, you know, playfulness as long as you're also mature too. Like, I think there's a time and a place where you gotta put your big girl drawers on. The best parts and the worst parts. Let's start with the worst parts. I think the worst parts of like adulthood will be the price of groceries, right? There's nothing like buying some fruits and you're like, oh crap, let me hurry up and eat them before they go bad. I don't want to waste my money. You know, inflation, just everything is expensive. And you're like, ooh. But then on the flip side, you're like, you know what? It's okay because I feel blessed enough to be able to pay for said groceries that are expensive. But that doesn't mean you should waste them. I would say another con of like growing up is having to deal with letting people go too. Because everybody can't go, you know, you may think like the person from your high school will come along with you, or a person from college will come along with you, hell, even a coworker or something after college. But you have to let people go and you have things to lose as you get older. So you can't always move in a way that you once knew, right? So like, I'm not gonna be acting as if I was 15 now that I'm 33. You know what I mean? Like, you have to handle situations differently. You gotta understand, you gotta weigh the pros and cons at every moment. It doesn't mean you have to go down a rabbit hole of, you know, overthinking or overanalyzing, but you know, you got some things to lose. So let's try to, you know, act like adults. I'd say the best part, or some of the best things about embracing adulthood and actually growing up, is that you just become less frantic, right? I mean, I don't know. There's some sort of routine that we kind of fall into as you get older of like doing certain things because we're not, I mean, depending on your life, depending on your career, we're not really moving around that crazy like the average person, I would say. You're less frantic and you have this sense of independence and bravery because it's required. But again, growing up requires you to put them big drawers on. Now, nobody said they have to be like the frumpy ones. They can be cute, but we have to grow up. I'm always questioning, like, why are we afraid to grow up? I would say, in my opinion, I think like the number one reason would be the innocence, or like having to face your problems head on. Because, you know, get older, you got some bills, or you have like, I don't know, issues and things like that. Who has to deal with them? You. Embracing your adulthood absolutely helps you shape your identity. You kind of know who you are. You know, I'll give you an example. I had to re-sign a lease by myself and it was scary at first. I'm like, am I sure that I want to do this? You know, can I take on all of this responsibility, at least financially? But you know, you gotta give into it and the universe will take care of the rest. But I like that because I think a lot of the pivotal moments that I've had as an adult, so happy that I was blessed enough to have a place to call home where I can kind of, you know, go through my trials and tribulations with a little bit of privacy. You know, like It's different like if you have a roommate or if you live at home still, and there's nothing wrong with that because it's expensive. It's expensive out here. When you come home to your own problems, you know, as you continue to work through them, you feel stronger. You feel more accomplished. You're like, all right, cool, cool, cool. Like, man, listen. I mean, going into 2024, because it's slowly approaching, going to 2024, I'm like, I feel like I've been preparing for all of this. It doesn't even matter what comes my way. I'm going to be good. I'm going to be good. Let me stop touching the mic. I'm going to be okay. And that is something that you get once you start embracing adulthood. Yes, adulting is hard, but like, come on, guys, come on. We're going to be adults longer than we are children. And that's why I say to anybody out there, hopefully you're not watching this if you're 10 and under, or from 10 to like 16. But if you happen to come across this from, I don't know, you know, suggested pages or whatever, enjoy your youth, okay? That doesn't mean you hit 21, you hit 22, or you hit 25 that you're old. No, but what I'm saying is enjoy your time of not having bills, not having responsibilities, not having a job where you have to show up to, or, you know what I mean? Not having to have it kind of figured out, because to be honest with you, we're all still figuring it out, and turning 30 is not old, okay? So keep it cute. But yeah, like I said, no one has it all together. Trust me. You know, the most put together person could like have bad moments. You just never know, but you have to keep getting back up on that horse. Gotta keep going, gotta keep pushing forward. What did Beyonce say? Eventually they realize that this bitch won't give up. That's how you have to move in life. Believe none of what you see online and half of what you hear, okay? Because we are living in spooky, spooky times, especially with like AI. We are living in spooky times where everybody's trying to impress others, and it's like, what did T.I. say? But is you happy? It's not all bad. I'm not gonna sit here and say that adulting doesn't have its challenges, but it's beautiful too. Like, you're in control of your own life. You are in control of your own life. You are the author. If you decide that you want to pivot and go do something else, that's on you. And I think that's beautiful. I think it's great to have that. So, you know, especially I would say before like having kids and marriage and things like that, you know, you get to really learn yourself by embracing adulting. So you have all of this independence, you have all of this autonomy, you have, you know, personal growth. And I think in that you have this, there's a lot of optimism and resilience that's involved with embracing adulthood. Again, we are all gonna have challenges. And if your life isn't challenging, well, you know what? Bless, like that's great. But I think the majority of us go through different journeys at different stages at different times. And you know, it's up and down. So I always say, be patient with yourself, be kind, give yourself the same grace that you give that man or others. You know, as you navigate the challenges and joys of life. So this was just a quick little rant about adulting and embracing it. I really think that we should. There's nothing wrong with being older. There's nothing wrong with making or having time to sacrifice. Like, it's a part of life. It's a part of society. You know, think about all of the sacrifices that have been made for you to be where you are right now. And I'm not just talking about like, you know, the sacrifices that you've made in your own journey, but those before you. You know, I always think about how many people had to suffer for new medication to be developed, but that's a deeper convo. And yeah, so don't be afraid to grow up. It's nice, you know, it's lit on this side, and embrace it. If you've made it this far, just comment adulting. And I would love to know like how you've embraced growing up and how you've embraced adulthood. Let me know in the comments. Let's chat. So, okay, that is all today. Love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna go and enjoy this beautiful day. So, I'll see you back here next week. Okay, bye.